Bro, take that spider out your hand.
That's a big fella.
Yeah, it's gigantic. Why are you touching it? Bro, you're better than me. I'm sorry. I would not have ever touched that thing. It would have had to be deleted. I understand living creature, all of that stuff, but I apologize, guys. There's no chance in hell that I'm ever touching a spider with my hands.
I wonder what this should be. Oh, honey, thank you.
There's enough there to do the entire guest room.
Oh, Jane. Hey,
Honey, today I'm $260,000.
No, Jane. It's 6:45 in the morning.
This offer is
Okay.
real.
Jane, don't send people photos of our house.
He wants to bring the wife and family up here for some peace. Quiet.
That's exactly.
That's
what
a
we're
whole
looking
lot of
for.
money for
This
the
house is too
80s,
big
guys.
for you. Really, this house is
Jane,
too big.
I'll see you in a few weeks, okay?
And I mean a lot of money for a house in the 80s.
I was just telling Barbara about this offer on the house.
No, Jane.
Guys, you guys hate money?
Morning, Adam. You need a haircut for your vacation? Bosman built that foundation in 1835. But
That's not nice, sir. That's just not nice. You obviously realize that that man has been sitting outside that barbershop for probably years, just hoping for someone to have an interesting conversation, to the point where he remembered that you were building something in your basement. At least be nice and listen to him for at least 20 seconds more before you just rush in. I mean, I get it. You have something to do, but be nice to the man.
he says to me, just trim it a little.
Right.
I took a scissors to him.
See you later, Bill.
Fast.
Extremely small town, to the point where you just walk into the hardware store, take what you need, and just, put the money in the register. Oh, wow. The dog. Is this like a comedy, guys? I don't think that's not real. This has to be a comedy.
How's your arm?
I don't know. It feels frozen.
I mean, you were just in the water, so. What the hell?
It's extra slow. Do you remember how we got back up here?
Probably walked. You don't have your car anymore.
Bridget, we trace our steps.
There's that,
Bro, they have no reflection.
and there's that.
Handbook for the recently deceased.
Handbook for the recently diseased.
Deceased. You know what? I don't think we survived the crash.
How? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'm just being honest here. If you were to fall like how they fell, they would have been alive, like enough to literally swim out of that. If you look at how even slow the thing fell, this doesn't make any sense, guys.
How long is this going to last?
I don't see.
I mean, guys, life is fragile, right? But I don't think it's that fragile.
Heaven or hell. This book reads like stereo instructions.
Okay.
Listen to this.
So he's like an exorcist, this guy here.
Cute couple. Look nice and stupid.
Well, I can't clean anything properly. The vacuum's out in the garage and we can't leave the house.
Maybe this is heaven.
Heaven, there wouldn't be dust on everything.
Wow, probably not.
God, what's she doing here? I don't know.
Hey, Jane, up here! Jane!
If you're not alive, I don't think she can hear you. You're just haunting the place now.
In the book, rule number 2, the living usually won't see the dead.
Usually won't see the dead.
Won't or can't?
It just says won't. God, this
It also
book is
says
so
usually.
stupid. I can't understand anything.
I don't think we have very much to worry about anymore.
Interesting that this is actually like from the perspective of a person who just expired. I don't think we've encountered many movies like this, guys. Sold. They sold it fast. We also don't really know the time frame. Are you guys sleeping on a full-size bed?
It's okay, there's no damage. Look, see? It's okay. Good, sturdy country craftsmanship. You're finally going to be able to cook a decent meal.
Wow, bro, you about to sleep on a couch. You're finally going to be able to cook a decent meal. How do you say something like that?
A little gasoline. Blow torch.
Right, just burn it down.
No problem.
Right. Like a goth kid. By her disdain, I'm guessing most likely a stepmother.
I could live here.
And I don't mean mine and I bought it. I mean I made it. It's my sculpture.
Okay.
Put it on the table.
Right. Right. Just throw it over there.
10 minutes. I'm already perfectly at ease.
Then go do it quietly, dear, and let Oathorn, I think.
Ew. Like, why would you just like lick someone's nose? Is that like some type of affection that I just can't understand? I would never.
Dealing with negative entertainment potential here. I mean, there's absolutely no organic flow through.
I noticed that too. It's like a giant ant farm. What?
But I saw something.
Oh, you did?
You read my mind.
I did?
So few clients are able to read my mind.
Right.
They're just not open to the experience.
Ooh.
My God.
What?
We just have to pray the other closets are bigger than this one.
Look.
Ozzy and Harriet.
Okay, so they didn't actually see that. Is that what's going on here, guys?
They died. Oh, look, an indoor outhouse.
An indoor outhouse.
Hydrated chromic oxide. Remember, I'm schooled in chemistry.
Bro, okay, so
I know what you do, Earl, and you're not gonna get away with it.
guys, they're terrible ghosts.
This is not working out, Adam.
Charles,
No,
I will not stop
it's
living
not.
and breathing art just because you need to relax. If you don't let me gut out this house and make it my own, I will go insane and I will take you with me.
Why are you married to this woman? She seems terrible. I'm sorry, right? Absolutely abysmal. I know this man is miserable.
Attic space.
Oh, I forgot to lock the attic door.
Did you feel something?
Right now. Okay, so they can affect things that are around them, obviously.
You don't have a key?
Maybe Charles does. Yeah, ghosts of the people who died in this house. They won't
True.
let us out of here.
Absolutely.
So let's do them a favor.
Like, there are absolutely ghosts in your house and they don't want you there. Fact.
I cannot watch this. What's the good of being a ghost if you can't frighten people away?
If they were able to run past someone, them feel the air, then physically grab the door handle and then close it and then lock it, it means that they can affect what's around them. So they should be able to affect the people physically, all of them. As of right now, I'm confused.
Plan to have a stroke from the amount of MSG that's in this food.
This is our
Right.
first meal in this house, so why don't we all do our little private parts to make it a pleasant one?
My whole life is a dark room.
Oh, she's miserable.
One
She's miserable, guys.
big, dark
Right.
room.
So you were miserable in New York City, and now you're going to be miserable out here in the States.
Yes.
At least someone's life hasn't been up.
Right,
I
exactly.
don't know about you two, but
Her life is absolutely miserable. I've never met anyone like this. I've seen people like this in like movies and things like that, but I hope there are not people that are stuck in this state of like emo-ness, guys.
First, the house. Both want to have some great plans.
I think we should keep it the way it is.
good idea.
Right, exactly. You buy something because it's quaint. You don't want to instantly bring it, up to the standard of New York City in the 80s, guys. Right? Why? You specifically went out here. I get it. This woman is miserable. I don't even know how these two got together. Absolutely opposite. She seems terrible. He seems pretty normal. The daughter seems crazy.
Is there an index or something?
Nothing.
Oh, what is that?
See me, folks, because I'm the afterlife's leading bowel exorcist. Yes, sir.
And she can also hear it. So that means that they should be able to communicate. Yeah, now you basically just confirmed that there's someone inside of the house. They're going to go harder now.
Emergencies. Here it is. In case of emergency, draw a door.
Okay. Guys, what are we watching? Definitely comedy, fantasy. Guys, what is this even classed as? Ooh, a Porsche 944. Porsche 944. Apologies. I'm a savage American.
Dad!
Can't you see I'm relaxing in here?
Well, I want to tell you what's up.
What is the point of my coming up here if you people won't let me relax?
D90s. You spend 125 years on Earth, actually in that house, during which you get only 3 Class 1 D90 intercessions with Juno. You probably haven't even read through the manual completely yet. Number 54,601,000.
This is probably one of the oddest things that we've encountered here on this channel, and honestly, in my life. You know? It's just...
All new arrivals report to waiting room number 8.
How do I look? There are no mirrors on this side.
Fine, you look fine.
Yeah?
Fine.
Thanks. I've been feeling...
That's not working for you, bro. How do you look? You look flat. All right. You have a, oh gosh, guys, you have a tire track running through the center of your body. You're flat. Everything is flat. This is definitely unique. Easily one of the more unique movies I've seen ever.
What's wrong?
We're very unhappy.
You should thank God you didn't die in Italy. Good eats. Okay, have you been studying the manual?
Well, we tried.
Start simply.
Okay.
Do what you know. Use your talents. Practice.
Like, if you guys know that you can move things, touch things, and like you can do physical stuff with them, right? Do that.
You should have been studying those lessons since day one. Don't even say his name. You don't want his help.
Why not?
We might.
No, you don't.
Why?
He does not work well with others. I didn't want to bring it up.
Bring it up.
But rather than have you stumble...
Bro, her neck has a hole in it, and as she is taking multiple drags, right, it's seeping from the hole in her neck, guys. Ugh. It's the details that count, I guess, right here.
That guy's in our cemetery.
She's right, honey. We just have to keep this simple. We can do this. Come on.
Well, Charles, nobody made me money like you. I mean, before your nerves went, you were a demon. It's just that Winter River, Connecticut, is if you invest that kind of money into an old building, where the hell up there?
It's not a building. That's the beauty
Bro,
of it.
that does not look like Connecticut that they're in, guys.
These people don't know the value of their property.
To be honest.
Buy the whole town.
Oh, all right, Charles. It's just that I am kind of busy here.
Just a minute, Max.
Like, if I was some type of like venture capitalist, I probably would not invest in a town that looks like the one that they're living in currently. No offense to small towns, but it doesn't seem like a really good return on investment. I mean, if the return on investment you're looking for is like happiness or peacefulness, then I don't understand. But generally, you would have like shareholders to be worried about, and I don't see the benefit of investing any type of serious money into a small town.
Jeez, Lydia, is Connecticut so boring? I had Maxie Dean on the phone, honey. Dad's found a way of making some money while I relax. So would you scram? Your mother's gonna kill you when she sees you cut holes in her $300 sheets.
$300 sheets.
This is so corny.
God, how can you stand that one? Cut it out!
Right.
Child.
Right.
Ghosts. Do you want to spend the next 125 years having breakfast with this woman? Moan louder.
Right. I'm a child. I mean, I get it. Guys, that joke is fire. It's a sleeper. It's definitely a sleeper joke. It does sound inappropriate. Imagine you were sleeping as a child and you... Oh.
You look like a regular girl to me.
You read our book.
Yeah.
You could follow it.
Yeah, why were you guys creeping around in Delia's bedroom?
We were trying to scare your mother.
Stepmother.
I figured it.
You don't know that Dietz is very well. My father bought this place. He never walks away from equity.
Wow. Respect.
Why don't you leave?
Respect.
Can't. We haven't left the house since the funeral.
Never walk away from equity. That's basically what I would tell everyone, right? Unless the taxes start getting crazy. Never walk away from equity.
Well, if you are a real ghost, you guys better get another routine because those sheets, they don't work. Told him you were too mean to be afraid.
Don't you dare speak to others about me. The only thing that scares me is being embarrassed in front of the few hip people I can get to set foot in this part of Connecticut. So let's
Hip.
play family just for tonight.
Connecticut.
Fabs.
Boy, do you know how to pick 'em. Let me ask you something. Is this relationship really solid? Do I have a shot at her at all? Excuse me, sure. Am I overstepped my bounds? Just tell me. Come on. All right.
She's like, no, 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 as she's puckering her lips. Guys, that's weird.
I got a card around here somewhere. Here. Who do I have to kill? Here, hold that for me, would you? Learn to throw your voice. Fool your friends. Fun at parties.
No, we just want to get some people out of our house.
And it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact
And
that
what's funny is that that's a movie on the list, so hopefully there are no spoilers in The Exorcist. I understand what an exorcism is, so obviously The Exorcist is probably about an exorcism, right? So I understand the overall premise of it. I do not think this was a good idea. You should have probably left this man where he was, all right? He's a little sick, depraved.
We need to work something out ourselves. We just have to talk.
Yeah.
Hey!
Excuse me? What? Excuse me.
It's time for you to go. Pack your bags, bro.
Let's go, Bob.
We're done. We're done. We're done, bro.
Just come up for a while. We'll talk inside.
Go.
No.
No.
Mess, don't pay attention to it. Where are you? You bunch of losers! You're working with a professional here!
No. There's nothing professional about you, bro.
You like them.
I was one of New York City's leading paranormal researchers. So the bottom dropped out in 72.
Paranormal, is that what they're calling your kind these days?
Okay.
Don't
Wow.
mind her. She's still upset because somebody dropped a house on her sister.
Paranormal. Oh, that was savage. All right. No need to go into depths of the explanations on kind of that, right? But that's wild, right? Paranormal. Is that what they're calling your kind these days? Oh, God.
I am sick of that subject.
Oh, Delia, lighten up.
I would rather talk about...
Nothing. Let's talk about the ghost. What? What the hell is going on right now, bro? Guys, the movie just like randomly turned into like a musical or something. Obviously, they're being possessed, so that means obviously that the guy Beetlejuice was actually able to get out because they did call him, guys. They did call him, and he's here by the looks of it, guys. Because I don't think that the two people that actually died, guys, the ghosts, have any capability of even doing this. So. Whoa! Oh, they did that. All right.
Let's watch them scatter.
Right.
Any minute now, they're gonna come running out of that door screaming.
I want you to come downstairs.
What?
Delia says you can wear any sheets you want.
It's like being in an amusement park.
I didn't even know I could do the calypso.
Bro, they made a mockery of them of their haunting. Oh, they're trying to make money off of it. See, now you have something that can be somewhat lucrative, right?
Very sophisticated pair. I mean, they even appear in sheets.
But Charles, what I want to know is why didn't you tell us about this before? But Bernard, what about
What do you
this
call that?
table?
What just happened? What was that?
Right.
And what money? Don't you believe in my word?
Here's Lydia.
So you don't want to come down.
Okay. But why would they? Right.
Why not?
I think the reason is that they were trying to scare you away and you didn't get scared.
If you insist on frightening people, do it with your sculpture.
Wow. Yes.
Drive carefully.
Bro, they textured all the walls and everything. It's like this weird like stone spray paint that you use, guys. It looks terrible. Bro, Delia, your house looks terrible.
Open this door, you dead people, or we'll bust it down and we'll drag you out by the ropes you hanged yourself with.
Wow.
We'll walk all over you. Open up!
Now they're gonna get obviously Beetlejuice now because they're sick of this shit. They don't want to be used as playthings.
Well, we're leaving now. You can go about your business.
Yep. That book is now his. Oh, hell no. Of course, the first thing he does is like literally look up her skirt.
Leave me alone, all of you!
See, you offended your only ally, even though you kind of did do this. You called him out because you did that, right? You dug him up and you said, "Hey, listen, do something." Then you left and acted like you didn't already call him out.
I don't want to do business with you deadbeats anyway. Thank you. The only one I think I can deal with is that growling Poe's daughter.
Wow.
I think she understands me.
You leave her alone, you...
You two, come in here. Sit down. Get in here, both of you.
It's easily one of the oddest things that I have encountered in my life.
I'm not sure that this is the right environment for Lydia. Snakes? Ghosts?
Shrimp.
You've got to figure out a way to sell these ghosts. I can only do so much.
What are you going to do about them? Viciously rearrange their environment?
I mean, he stole the handbook, so he probably read enough to be able to access something.
What are you going to do? To scare them. I want to make sure it's not some silly parlor trick.
I'll go first.
Okay, let's go.
Not bad, not bad. Now you.
I don't think that's going to work, guys. I don't. I think they're going to have to honestly figure out something with Beetlejuice.
Go clean house. And don't forget the photographs and the damned handbook.
I don't think we survived that crash.
Bro, you didn't.
How did you get?
She has such a tendency to overreact. Don't worry, we're not relying on her. We have Otho.
Barbara? Barbara?
Beetlejuice.
Yep.
Beetlejuice.
Yep. Let's get it.
Beetlejuice.
Whoa.
It's showtime. Not so fast, brown boy. We're gonna have some laughs.
They basically gave him his worst nightmare, giving him an extremely tacky suit with white shoes.
Shall we?
Bro, you're about to marry a 12-year-old.
Do you take this woman,
Child. Do you take this child?
a wedded wife?
Riding a sandworm?
Did you get the paints?
Yes, and I took pictures of the new town hall for you, too. They wanted me to dissect a frog.
Did they adopt Lydia?
Said it was against my religion.
Well, I suppose.
Because in the beginning of the movie, they were like, they really wanted a family, but for some reason they weren't able to have kids, right? And now they have Lydia. They have a family. Guys, this was strange. All right? This is one of these things where I feel like it wasn't really following a story enough for me to predict it. And I don't know how I feel about that. Right? Because I think we've been watching like a lot of movies that were like, I don't know, like rooted and kind of like based in some type of reality, at least. So where you can kind of figure out what's happening pretty early in the movie. Definitely not a complaint. I love movies like this because they're challenging to me. Mix of comedy, kind of horror, but not really horror. It's not gory, but it's just something different. Like every single thing about what we just encountered here is different from every other movie that I've ever seen in my entire life. It had a couple of moments that were just like, why is this happening? For example, the movie turned into a musical twice, while also being like oddly horrifying. Like when they were in Hell's waiting room, that was absolutely weird. Everything was just weird. Right, and again, I love the concept of finding things that are different from what I normally would encounter. And this is obviously something that I would have never sat down and watched, right? And it would have never even crossed my path to even see this movie, if that makes any sense, right? I'm definitely glad I saw it. There were things inside of the movie that feel like I've seen things that referenced this, if that makes any sense, right? So this is obviously like some type of like cultural icon or something. There are things that happen in other movies and like other like cartoons or other shows that instantly come back to this movie. So I can kind of see where these things were kind of quoted from, if that makes any sense. And give me some solid suggestions on some movies, guys, that you think that I would enjoy, or things that are challenging, or social commentary. I do like action movies, but for some reason, the action movies never win the polls. So that's unfortunate, guys. Let me know some movies we should be checking out here on the channel, guys. I'll get into that as soon as I can. And you guys all have an absolutely amazing day, and enjoy it thoroughly.